and then it may be the best thing ever, it may be junk.
Also considering that both of our runners have named their black belts very telling names, I think we're going to be seeing a 3-man party strat from each of them.
I think we may be. Those names are very descriptive, by the way.
Absolutely. And it looks like we are just about to get started. Our runners are both up and ready to go, and we're going to get this rolling as soon as they start up. Now, what do you want to see in level 1 magic?
I always like to see Nuke Fade, Ice 3, something. It's at least an area of effect spell. Preferably a Life 2 in the white magic.
Ooh, level 1 nuke! That's really nice.
Yes. That's perfect. Love seeing that.
Looks like our runners are gonna head out of Canaria, possibly kill the 1 pack and come back so that both of their characters can have nuke, but LordFizzlebeef is proving me a liar almost immediately and heading straight for Temple of Fiend.
I wonder what's going through Fizzle's head right now. I think he wants to start getting some of these chests, and with him having the nuke, I feel like that maybe gives him a little extra feeling of protection right now at the beginning.
Probably. saltyphry heading back into town to pick up nuke for his 2nd red mage, and looks like Xfer is in the white mage only slot, but Exit is not.
Spiders have heat.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Oh, ow. Oh yeah, I think that wiped him, actually.
Oh.
Ouch.
That's awful. I mean, I expected something to bring the heat, but not this early.
Yeah, no kidding. Haven't seen something this early in a couple of races now. Good thing is we don't run into him that much in the run, I don't think. Maybe in the Earth Cave?
Earth Cave, yes. Potentially Marsh Cave if a Marsh dip ends up being required, but hopefully not.
That's always a hopefully not.
Considering that Marsh Cave is not incentivized in this flag set.
It is not.
Which is always just kind of nice to see. Oh, saltyphry finding out the spiders have heat. Looks like he's gonna get away from him though, so... Or not.
Ooh. Oh, that makes for some interesting early game strategy. What do? Do you go back and fight and nuke those imps for a bit?
Looks like he's just gonna go head straight back up to Temple of Fiends. Meanwhile, we've got a canal from the king.
There we go.
And the ship from Sarah. Well, looks like we know where we're going.
Yep. That's gonna be an interesting start to see what that kind of opens up a little bit here for our runners.
Well, that does basically open up most of the world, except for Waterfall, Onrak, and I think Castle Ordeals, and Gaia. Because you need a canoe to get to Waterfall and Onrak, but they can basically go to everything else that doesn't require the airship.
They sure can. Interesting to see where our runners are going to go.
My first guess is that they'd head to Provoca to get the item from the pirates, and to see what the level 2 magic is. Because the white magic, aside from Exit, not looking too hot.
Yeah. Well, it's good to know where the exit is. Actually, is that in the position where anybody can use it, or is that unusable?
What, Exit?
Yeah.
Yeah, Exit was fair game.
Oh, okay.
Exfer was the white mage only.
Okay. Didn't quite see the position of it there on the list.
It was 3rd.
Oh, okay. So it looks like you were right about LordFizzlebeef taking the three-team strat right now.
And well, so Woke bring it up in chat that Onrak is technically ship accessible, and is even more accessible with the fact that Vicky just gave them the Oxyale.
Yes.
We've got what looks like a max-priced ruby in the item shop.
Absolutely.
And a life at level 2. That's not bad. Oh, and Vorp at level 2 as well? Dang.
Wow. That's some good spells to start the match right now.
That's pretty darn nice. Now I pose a very silly question to you. You've gotten the ship and the canal, and you've just been handed the Oxyale. Do you try to potentially get a couple of levels in the Sea Shrine because it is accessible to you? And you have Nuke.
Oh, that's a very good question. I may be inclined to check a few tests, maybe? But I do like the idea of hitting the Sea Shrine a little bit early with having Nuke, can get those levels and can essentially get you a bit of a early game boost.
And considering both of our runners do have access to exits, if they find anything and seem like they might be a bit over their head, they can just bop out of there.
Absolutely. Depends on how scary it is. It really just depends on who rolled what, because enemy skills and spells and the status attacks, those are all shuffled. The enemy unrunnable formation, that's also shuffled as well, so I'm kind of curious to see who we won't be running from today.
Well, we know one thing we will not be running from, and it is the really obnoxious Red Sahag Wiz Sahag fight. Looks like we get Invis 2 and Harm 3 at level 3 White Magic, and...
Fog 2 as well.
Ooh, Life 2 and Heal 2 at level 4. I don't actually remember if that slot is Red Mage Learnable.
Yeah, me neither.
And looks like level 4 Black Magic's a whole lot of nothing. Now, there's a question in chat, why is LordFizzlebeef leaving the Black Belt dead? So, experience is shared throughout your entire party. If one of your party members is dead, they do not gain any of the experience, and the same experience is then split 3 ways instead of 4. Oftentimes, runners will use a 3-man strat by danning, which has become the affectionate term in the community, one of their party members in order to get the other 3 a bit of extra levels. And especially that he has casters with the Nuke, getting a couple of extra levels with those extra charges of that lovely, lovely spell would probably be my guess as to why he's doing it. Let's see where saltyphry chooses to go now.
Did Lord Fizzle, did he go up to Matoya?
He checked Matoya. Not sure if he found anything much but money. It's like saltyphry is heading to the dwarves or to Melman's? He's heading to the dwarf cave.
Yeah, I think I'd make the same move. You're right there. It's not that too fast. You know. Well, that's not bad, Opal. Not the best.
Depending on what they find as far as magic and items, he might just sell it. Until he finds the tail, it's not going to be much use to him.
It's just going to be taking up space in the inventory for now. Depends on what else they find. They may find something better.
LordFizzlebeef is now gonna check the weapon shop. Silver swords for that little, that's not bad. That's a great find for their fighter early.
Oh, good price too. 636 gold, that's much better than 4,000.
Saltyphry looks like he's gonna go check Melmond for the level 5 magic. We've got Heal 3 and Cure 2. are the main ones I saw there, and the Black Magic has got Ice 3 and Fire 3. Well, I mean, they've got nukes, so I don't think they're going to be looking for much.
Would you pick up one of those as like maybe a backup AoE effect spell or AoE spell?
I actually would. I would pick up Ice 3. Actually, I'd pick up both, honestly, if I had the money. Just in case that you really don't want to waste your nuke charges immediately, and you have just something you can throw out. It's like 1 or 2 charges.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Saltyphry looks like he might be going to Crescent Lake, as there is a guaranteed item there waiting for him at the stage.
Are we gonna see the confused old men? Are they out confused again today?
He's going to Crescent Lake. As LordFizzlebeef is following in his footsteps, gonna find the rather lackluster Dwarf Cave. Chat did bring up that Pro Rings are able to be bought for 11k in Melbourne, so that'll be nice if they want to go back to that.
Absolutely. That's just one of the things that if I was racing, I'd be sure I write that just to make sure.
Fade and Wall at level 6. And Bane and Temper at level 6.
Ooh.
Saltyphry might not be getting Temper. Oh my goodness, he gets the bridge.
Oh wow.
So, this might be pushing our runners towards Sea Shrine.
Yeah, I think so.
Where else can they go from this? I mean, no, because they... Well, okay, technically they can grind the money up to buy the ruby to go through the Titan's Cave to Sarda.
They could, yes. I didn't even think of that strat. I didn't even think of that. I like that, though. I wonder if we're going to see that.
Considering it's a max price ruby, though, I would honestly take my bets in the Sea Shrine, get a couple of levels, maybe open a couple chests, find enough money to go buy the ruby, and then keep going, because that might give you enough money to go and actually get what you need. Looks like Saltyphry is gonna grind up some levels out on the peds outside of Crescent Lake, though, so you might use that for some money.
Not a bad idea. He's gonna need levels eventually. Yeah, I think you're right, Ali. I think it's either going to be Earth, Marsh, or Sea. I think that's going to be interesting to see where they go.
I'd honestly say Sea. But that's just what I would do, because friends don't let friends dive Earth.
True, true.
FizzleBeef is gonna get his bridge, and probably be very not happy about it.
Oh yeah. Looks like both of them might be doing the same strategy of getting some levels, getting some gold. Oh, no! LordFizzlebeef is gonna leave. Wonder where he's gonna end up going, then. Good question.
Question in the chat, how much was the ruby? The ruby was 65k.
Yeah, it was 65,535.
It was a lot of money.
Yes.
So, if they have to get the ruby to get to Sarda, one, that would be Ruby Required Seed, which would be hilarious. And secondly, what could Sarda have that could possibly bring progression? Could be the...
I think... Did he have the key?
We do not have the key. It could be the key.
No, I mean, do you think Sarda has it?
That's a potential idea. Sarda could have the key, Sarda could have the canoe. Technically speaking, Sarda could just have something completely irrelevant and the progressions in a chest in one of the dungeons they have access to. Which, honestly, I would not wish on our runners. But this is a Cyclone Seed, so... yeah. Anything goes. And looks like LordFizzlebeef is gonna head to Onrak.
Oh yeah, he sure is. I wonder if he's gonna dip the... Maybe, is he gonna... Do you think he's gonna pay the ladies a visit?
I think paying the ladies a visit right now is an excellent idea. That is a lot of chests right off the bat. Looks like saltyphry is actually gonna go for a Peninsula of Power Grinds. Oh, he might be coming for the Giants, considering one, he just ran into them, and if I'm remembering correctly, the Giants have a good amount of money per fight.
I think it's something like, yeah, I think it's quite a bit. It's not a, so do you think saltyphry is gonna do the Ruby strat? Get enough money, buy it, and see what Sarda has?
I'm thinking that's what he's doing. Meanwhile, LordFizzlebeef is gonna go head to the ladies.
Yeah.
I honestly like LordFizzlebeef's strategy a little better right now, because he gets a bunch of chests he can check. He's got a lot of levels he can get on the way, and if he needs to leave, he has access to exit. Considering the chest density that the mermaids have, then... it all depends on what the Ruby Egg gives access to. Sarda could have something really useful, or could have, like, the tail.
Well, we know what he doesn't have. The canal, the ship, the Oxyale, the Ruby.
Exactly.
Uh-oh, what happened on Fizzle's side? He's down to a red mage. What did those... Was it a fade?
I'm not certain.
Oh, it was Blaze. Oh, wow.
Wow. I was about to say,
I'm
not leaving, but... yeah, he got straight to the mermaids, so he can just exit out of here when he's done.
Okay, so that's... We've seen Heat, and we've seen Blaze now. We know who's got those.
I think our runners are just getting all warmed up.
Yeah.
Alright. He's finding a decent amount of money in here, too, so... this might give him the money just based on the chest alone. So, all I've seen is a bunch of gold, a silver helmet. Not seeing much else, but the bunch of gold is super nice so far. Looks like there's a bunch of gold down the mermaids, which is fantastic. Ooh, the dragon armor in the last chest. That is fantastic.
Yes, it sure is. That's going to be a nice piece for, well, if and when.
Still doesn't have quite the money for the ruby just yet, but I'm wondering if he's going to think of selling that opal gauntlet, seeing if that'll give him enough.
Didn't saltyphry sell it? I think it sold for like 5,300, which I think we get half, so maybe 2,600? Did I see that right? I may not have seen that right.
Looks like LordFizzlebeef's gonna go back in. I again really like this play, which looks like saltyphry is actually going to join him on this. Thing is, saltyphry if he goes down to mermaids first, that will give him enough money, I think, for the ruby.
Yeah, there was quite a bit down there.
So I've got the feeling that so long as saltyphry doesn't end up getting super hit by Blaze, he's gonna come out of Mermaids with enough money to actually buy that ruby, see what it ends up unlocking.
I wonder if they're gonna find anything else good. Ooh.
Oh, and they have Poison Touch too? That's just rude!
Oh.
Some rude ghosts up in here.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, I think LordFizzlebeef's going back in to check the chests he didn't check on the way.
We never know what could be in there.
Oh goodness, the ghosts hit really hard too. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
They're doing over 100 damage a hit.
Well, the ghost has the trifecta today. Blaze, Poison Touch, and hits like a dang truck.
That's terrifying. Ugh. That's actually terrifying.
And gross. It's very gross, too, as well.
That too. Our runners are in the exact same location right now.
Yep, they sure are. They're both stinking on the... And there's that house in a chest again.
Ooh, the... Red Sahags have slow. That's not the worst thing in the world. Oh!
Oh, lovely. Oh. Wow.
That's awful.
Oh man, let's hope they don't run into those. That's nasty.
Yeah, and considering that encounter is unrunnable, that's just...
Yeah.
Ooh.
So they're gonna have to put up with that toxic several more times, not only through now, but when they go to Temple of Fiends Revisited, they gotta put up with that again.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
That does not sound fun.
So they're gonna have to put up with the ghosts and the red sahags. Just wow. Oh.
They're also gonna have to put up with the ghosts. Let's see. Ice Cave, Earth Cave.
Oh. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's a... Wow.
Yeah, the ghosts are mean.
Oh, ouch, ouch. Blazing saltyphry. You know, thank goodness for that nuke, Rainbow Poodle. Thank goodness for that nuke.
You're telling me.
I honestly don't think saltyphry and LordFizzlebeef would be making these plays right now if it was that nuke.
I am being very heavily corrected by chat, is that ghosts are in Sea Shrine only. I'm thinking of the other things that share the same sprite.
Mm-hmm. That's an easy mistake to make. And you're right, E-Tap, the nuke is absolutely what got them here. You're... Oh, seafood platter, let's see what we have.
Lobsters do not have the penchant to be super friendly, so perhaps...
Lobsters lately have been awful.
Lobsters are always awful. Well, goodbye, fighter. Salty's got enough money for the ruby now.
Oh he sure does.
I'm not sure if he's gonna leave or if it looks like he's gonna go save, but I'm not sure if that means he's gonna leave or if he's gonna go back in. No, he's getting the heck out of here. LordFizzlebeef's about 3,500 away from it still, but oh no, saltyphry is gonna go back into sea again.
Oh wow. I thought for sure he might have been going for the ruby just then, but I wonder if they're going after more levels.
They might be going after more levels. I'm wondering if either of them are going to go all the way down to Kraken just so they don't have to come back. Depending on what ends up landing in Waterfall, they might not have to come back to this part of the continent.
Yeah, true, true. Every time those ghosts pop up, I'm like, ugh.
Oh, that's a wipe for saltyphry.
Oh. Ah. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
Yeah, I'm questioning the thought process of going back in. Like, I could see seeing how far you get grabbing a bunch of the chests and then leaving, but wiping consistently to ghosts is something I am not particularly a fan of.
Agreed, agreed.
Oh, and we've got toxic sags! Yep, LordFizzlebeef resetting out of there.
So, at this point, what do? Do you keep fighting? Do you keep down?
At this point, you go buy the ruby and go check what Sarda has. Because hopefully that's hopefully it's the canoe, and then you don't have to do this.
No kidding, no kidding.
No, LordFizzlebeef looks like he is not leaving either. Oh dear. This is just mean.
Yeah, I really feel like, you know, Salty and Lord, I think, really hit it right now. Really seems like they are.
They don't want to leave here without something worth it. Which, I mean, they have a bunch of gold, which I think is worth it enough, because they can go get the ruby. And that means they can get the item from Sarda, they can get the 4 chests in the back of Titan's Cave. But saltyphry and LordFizzlebeef are still going down here. I'm both intrigued. Ooh, Ice Sword is nice at least, but I'm both intrigued and kind of terrified.
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous for these gentlemen as well.
Ooh, there's a wipe for LordFizzlebeef. I think he's just gonna leave now. It looks like he's just not about this life anymore.
Can't say I blame him. I mean, you can give it the old college try 3 or 4 times, but after that, are you wasting more time than you might be gaining? Is that, you know? We're gonna see them. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
There's a difference between the old college try and beating a dead horse. I'm not
Yes.
sure where we're at this point.
I think LordFizzlebeef, I think he wants to move ahead a little bit.
I know saltyphry has enough money for the ruby. I'm not sure. I didn't check if LordFizzlebeef had gotten enough.
Oh yeah, saltyphry's got 73k. He's got more than enough.
Cockatrice is with Scorch. At least the mummies don't look too scary. Or the whiz mummies, those are surprisingly not scary this dude.
Wow. And that's not bad experience or gold, but I don't think Salty really needs a lot of cash. Pretty well set. At least to get the ruby.
Silver Gauntlet, that's nice. Salty is extremely set on gold.
Well, but then maybe he's got a lot, but he's gonna need.
See if he can get the nuke off before they decide to toxic him to death.
There we go.
Now, does he check all the chests and exit out, or does he try cracking? Because he's gotten a lot of he's got a decent amount of levels too. So, I don't know what I'd do. I think LordFizzlebeef is gonna go get that ruby, except he's gonna be about 2.5k short. Gonna go sell that opal gauntlet, and he's gonna have. Oh, he's just not enough.
Well, he still has to get all the way down there, so he's still. He might be able to get it on the way.
Oh, saltyphry finding the meme sword. Well, the
There it
vorpal
is.
sword, but we have found. Somebody page Czar, we found his sword. LordFizzlebeef has picked up the ruby. And is saltyphry really gonna go all the way to Kraken? I'm. Especially after finding Vorpal, if he's planning on keeping it, I'm not sure I agree with this decision. He can't be high enough on spell charges for this. This
I'm
works.
curious to see. I want to see what the Titan's holding. That's kind of where I'm at right now. That's what we need to see, really.
I'm not sure he has the heal pots enough to keep everyone alive until he gets to Kraken. Because last I saw on his item screen, he had like 15, 16 maybe?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh wow. So he's going down all the way. Oh wow.
This worries me. He's got no heal pots left. And he's getting ambushed by lobsters. This is... Oh, gosh, if I were him, I'd kill these lobsters and then just leave.
Unless we got a real squishy Kraken.
No, he's leaving. He's not gonna risk all of the stuff he got.
Mm-hmm.
And LordFizzlebeef is beating the Titan. See what these 4 chests down here have in store.
That's an expensive habit right there.
That is a very expensive habit. Oh, there's a ribbon though.
Well, that's always a great early find. That's great. So we got 1 ribbon in the Titan's tunnel. All right.
Let us see what Sarda has to give us.
You think it's going to be the canoe?
I bet it's the canoe. I'd honestly bet that we have the canoe here. Oh no, Etap saying in chat that Sarda's gonna have the rod and then you're gonna have to go dive Earth for canoe or flutter or something. Why would you say that?
Ew. Let's hope not.
Oh no! Sarda has the TNT. Now, for those of you who have been following since the start of the tournament or have caught a couple of matches before the round of 16, the Swiss flags had the key items as far as the fetch quest items. Nothing changed. However, with the round of 16, the fetch quest items are also completely up in the air. So, giving the TNT to Nedrick is not going to give you the canal, as both by the fact of we already have the canal, and by that everything's randomized as far as NPCs go. So they could hand the TNT to Nedrick and be led on like another 3-item awkward run-around fetch quest chain, because that's what progression might end up being.
I hope you're right, Allie. He says the TNT will leave. So, I hope so.
It's gonna have to. Oh, no, because LordFizzlebeef, he's heading south.
He does. I wonder if he's gonna start.
Oh,
he may be dipping the Earth Cave.
I worry.
Well, saltyphry's got the ruby too, and let's see what we got here in the Earth Cave.
Fizzlebeef is diving Earth Cave. I don't even know anymore. If these top chests don't have anything worth it, I would not continue diving Earth Cave. I just wouldn't. Because, yes, you have exit, yes, you have warp, but along the same vein, you just... Why? You don't have the rod. It's possible you can get the rod somewhere else, and it's possible you can get both the canoe and the floater in other locations.
Yeah.
I do not agree with this decision.
I'm curious to see how this is going to turn out.
I worry.
Yep.
saltyphry's gonna pick up his ribbon here. Heal helm's not bad, but he's going back in!
You know, those heal items, I know sometimes I'm up on the fence about them, but you know, from a safety standpoint, they can really help you save on resources. A little bit at least, you know.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Alright, now we're gonna see if saltyphry is gonna make the same choice that LordFizzlebeef did. I think he's just staring at his item screen for a moment going, what in the heck did I just get? Did I really just get the TNT of all things? Oh gosh, if TNT ends up not giving anything progression related, then... Well, I mean, not progression related as far as that, because TNT could give Cube or could give Chime, but you still don't have the way to go. Flame Sword and Shield in the same room in Earth, that's not the worst. Oh my god, they're doing the same thing! They're both going to Earth Cave. Oh, no? Yep, they're both diving Earth Cave.
You know, I'm a little confused about this too, but right in the area, it does look like LordFizzlebeef is dipping down a little further than the first floor.
Yeah, he's found the Excalibur.
Wow.
Well, that's something at least. Not either runner can use it right now, but it's something. Is he really gonna go and kill the vampire? He might. He might. Fizzlebeef might, knowing he doesn't have the rod, go and kill the vampire and just use exit out, which I could see, but even so... $8 gold. This is just... I cannot believe that this is happening right now.
I'm just curious to see how this is going to turn out. I mean, do you...
I am just concerned and worried and rather confused about all of this, but whatever works, I suppose? There was the defense sword! Okay! I stand corrected, I suppose.
Well, it's gonna help.
Yeah, I mean, that'll help. Oh, Chad's being mean. TNT for the rod to make the runners come back for it.
Oh.
That just puts a bad taste in my mouth, because then you have to go back. Oh, saltyphry making the decision to leave Earth Cave, which makes me wonder then if he is gonna leave Earth Cave and not check some of the chests on the way down when he comes back, which could be interesting. If he doesn't end up checking a bunch of the chests that LordFizzlebeef did while he was looking for something useful, then
Well, looks like Salty's gonna take the TNT down here today.
Well, that's a crystal. Fetch quest into fetch quest.
Yep.
Oh dear. Yeah, LordFizzlebeef looks like he's gonna use a lot of that money he got to grab some level 5 spells in Melman before he leaves.
Well, having that extra ice and fire, you know, those are extra. Maybe able to save a nuke charge.
Yeah, he's also gonna pick up a pro ring, which I could see that. Oh dear. saltyphry doing a bit of encounter manipulation to get to Matoya's cave. Let's see what's in here, because he's not actually been in here yet. Oh my goodness. So we've, for people who are just arriving to the shenanigan horror that is this chain of fetch quests.
Oh
TNT,
god.
for the crystal, for the adamant. So you have to go to the dwarf cave to get the crystal to give to Matoya, to get the adamant to give back to the dwarves in hopes that's the progression. This is... I can't even.
I'm at a loss of words. At the moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a bona fide cyclone seed. Oh dear. Oh my gosh! And Future Sight in chat calls it NB4 Adamant for Crown.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. I just...
Wow, this is the fetch quest to end all fetch quests.
Yeah. I can't even...
You just can't even right now.
You do not want that. You do not want Cyclone and Zar to roll a seed together. That is a terrible idea, and I am... No. I'm terrified even hearing about that.
Wow.
So, this wonderful chain of fetch quests cannot end in a ribbon because ribbon is not an incentivized item in this flag set. Oh, I can't even... That's... Chat! How mean do you want to be to our runners? Crown giving you the tail? Why?
Oh.
Why would you do this to us? Why would you do that to them? I'm at a loss for words. Honestly and truly.
Wow. Wow is all I can say.
So we've got our progression at Astos, most likely.
Will Bloodworth, if X-Ice Blue, Cyclone, and Czar make this, you're gonna be one of the gents to play it. Not me, you. An 8-hour seed.
Alright. What? Astos is giving the chime. We have a mandatory marsh dip.
This just gets worse and worse.
Alright then! Ladies and gents, we have a mandatory marsh dip after all of this shenanigans.
Well, on one hand, at least they're kind of in the neighborhood.
Yeah, no, Chad, as I know you can get to Mirage, but considering where they are, I think it's a lot more likely that they're gonna go dip Marsh.
Oh, man.
I keep forgetting Marsh isn't incentivized in this seed, because it really feels like it.
You know, I've hated the Marsh Cave for many, many, many years. A young boy playing this game at the age of 8 when it came out, I remember the Marsh Cave and how horrifying it was, and not a lot's changed over the years. Don't like it, never... Sometimes you have to, I understand, but...
I'm shaking my head at this seed. This is... oh my goodness. Well, Silver Bracelet's not horrible. We can put that on one of their mages. If I drank, I would need a very stiff shot after this. But I do not, so I will leave that up to the people that do.
Oh man.
Looks like saltyphry is gonna go back! Oh, they're both gonna dive marsh! The question of who's winning,
Oh.
technically saltyphry, because he's ahead in what they're checking, but LordFizzlebeef has a couple of other things, like the defense sword, so I don't know? Saltyphry, though, does have the Vorpal, so it's... I'd say it's pretty even right now. It's all gonna depend on where they go after this.
You know, I think chat wins. Chat's winning because they get to see a heck of a and an awful lot of shenanigans.
Yeah, chat's winning. Chat is definitely winning.
So we're about 48 minutes in, and
I like that answer in chat. The winners of the black belts that don't have to be alive for this marsh dip.
I didn't even think of that. That's good.
Oh, that's an opal bracelet. That's something.
That is indeed something. Exactly.
Yeah, chat might be right. Mirage might actually be the proper play for here. It's just... this seed is just... why? Unless this last chest in Marsh has something, but... oh dear.
I don't even know.
Yep, they've got to go to Mirage. They've got to go to Mirage.
I really like how saltyphry and Lord Fizzle along the same page here. That's kind of.
They have been basically doing the exact same routing. This is just... Again, I'm speechless at how... I am all for shenanigans, but this isn't shenanigans. This is just...
mean?
Yeah. I think this qualifies as past shenanigans and into the realm of mean.
Well, you know, I wanted to see a really good race, and I to the end, depending on where everything else gets found.
I can't even.
Evil shenanigans, indeed. Indeed.
This seed is gonna just break me before this is over, just for how... It's not even convoluted, it's just forcing you to go from full max price Ruby to Sea Shrine and back. Not forced to Sea Shrine, but that's where a lot of their money was, and just... It's... saltyphry is gonna go to Mirage, looks like, which... I'm gonna agree with chat here, is the right play. But with March being that close, I see why both the runners dipped it.
Well, they can't, you know, I was gonna say, why don't they go to Volcano, but... Ice Cave's out of the question until they get the canoe. Castle of Ordeals, I believe that's out of the question too, isn't it?
To my knowledge, yes? I don't remember all of the map edits, but I believe Ordeals is out of the question without the canoe, or the floater.
Yeah, if they get the floater and get... Oh, well... Oh, didn't they put a dock down there by the, I think they put a dock down there by the desert. They did. Okay.
Which is why saltyphry is heading into Mirage.
Well, let's hope we can find a floater. Or a canoe.
Or something.
Well, let's see, we can still find the loot, the rod, all that stuff's hanging out, floater, tail, cube.
The herb as well?
The dankest of herb, yes.
Oh goodness. Is it gonna be on the second floor? Opal armor? It's gonna even be on the second floor, it's not even gonna be on the first floor. Honestly, I'm actually gonna root for the key at this point, because if we're gonna go just everywhere, we might as well go everywhere. Key or the rod at this point.
They've almost been everywhere. They've been almost everywhere they can. Running out of options, really.
saltyphry forgetting that he does not have the cube and therefore cannot go up into Sky. Unless the cube is somewhere on the second floor. In which case, then he will have to go into the less than greater than room, get the cube, and immediately go up in the sky.
Yep. If it's the cube.
Which,
if
honestly,
it's not the cube...
Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say, if it's not the cube, maybe more...
Cube does open a lot of chests in Sky, and it isn't horrible to go get them because you do have access to exit. However, I wouldn't even wish someone on this. What did the sages have? The sages had the bridge. Oh no. Me and my mouth. Me and my big mouth. Oh my goodness. Well, there's a katana,
Okay.
but they're
Way
going
to
up
go,
in the
Rainbow
sky.
Poodle. Way to go. Way to go. Wow.
Oh my gosh, Mr. Versetti, I'm just gonna shush for a bit because that was
amazing.
awful. Well,
That was
progressions in
amazing.
Sky. Everyone get ready to put your bless RNGs in chat if one of our
We're getting
runners
there.
goes up to the Bridge of Destiny.
We're getting there. Oh man.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, I missed what the Catmen had. What did they have? ETAP, Fire 3, and Blizzard? That's a little rude.
Oh, that's a little gross. A little gross.
3 War Mechs is a bit much, but honestly, with the way the seed is going, I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm just watching me a really good race right now. Wow.
Watch, at this rate, the Blue Dragon's gonna be unrunnable.
Oh, let's see. Let's see.
Look, if an unrunnable War Mech has Cure 4, then Chaos doesn't have it, and I'd rather Chaos not have Cure 4. I've run into that situation. Chaos having Cure 4, I've run into Kraken 2 having Cure 4. It's awful.
Yes, yes it is. Yes it is.
That could be a dead LordFizzlebeef if this nuke doesn't kill all of them. Ah! Okay, so Catmen have Fire 3, Blizzard, and a nuke.
Wow.
So, I saw saltyphry with getting the Bane Sword, but yeah, Catmen. Wow. Oh my god.
I think the Catmen are looking for some time today. They want in a while. I think they
Well,
they're making their presence known today.
we found progression. Bane Sword and Canoe in the right room of Sky 1.
Wow.
So
So Rainbow Poodle, you're in this position. What do you do?
I check first and second floors of Sky, and then possibly I check as many chests as I feel comfortable doing, and then leave. Considering if I'm making a second run through here, I want to run straight to Tiamat. I would honestly see if I can get as much out of here as I can. If I die, then I know exactly where the canoe is, and then just grab that and leave. But I would check a bunch of these chests. Because, for example, the Bane Sword was in one of them. So...
Not a bad idea, you're right there. And you are right, because I think when you do come back here a second to, right to the boss, and...
I wouldn't go after Tiamat right now, to be honest.
No, I think they'll be making a second run through for that, and then they'll just... Because after then, by then, they'll be hitting the volcano, possibly the ice cave, so they'll be getting a lot more levels.
Yeah, if I had access to, like, Bane or Brackle, they do have the Bane Sword, technically. That does pose a decent thing of you could give Tiamat a shot with the Bane Sword, and if that doesn't work, just go back in, grab the canoe, and leave.
Been seeing a lot of Bane and Brack on
No, Fizzle does not have the canoe just yet. He has run into really, really mean catmen. With Fire 3, and Blizzard, and Nuke.
That's just not very nice. That's just not very nice.
Really not. The only reason I could see saltyphry not heading up all the way to Tiamat is because if he runs out of health potions before he gets to Bridge of Destiny. Because on the off chance he does run into Warmac, hopefully, not having enough heal pods to bring people back up would scare me a bit. LordFizzlebeef is gonna check these chests and get his canoe very shortly. We've not found the death touching enemy now that I think about it.
No, and I don't think we've seen Stone Touch either.
I don't believe we have. There's the canoe.
So I think that the rudest spells we've seen so far, Spider had Heat, Ghosts they had the Blaze and the Poison Touch, the Red Sahag has Toxic, and of course the wonderful Catman with Nuke, Fire 3, and Blizzard. Ugh.
Well, this is a Cyclone Seed if I've ever seen one. Crayman's not the worst. At least the man cats are nicer than the catmen.
Well, and it doesn't look like it's hitting the cremate, not hitting for a whole lot of. For 86 that A-Rub got there.
Looks like they did hit pretty hard though, so. There's the loot! There's the second ribbon. Alright, now I would say forget everything else, get these chests and leave.
Yep.
I wouldn't go to Tiamat. I would not go to Tiamat at all right now. I've got 2 key items I've got in chests. There's a ribbon. Who knows what else is in the other rest of these chests.
Mm-hmm.
A pro ring on top of that. No, I would check the last 4 chests before the teleporter and I would leave.
Yeah, that's quite a bit, and to have that pro ring on top of all, probably check them while I was there.
I'd be too scared of getting wiped and losing all of them, to be honest.
Yeah, that could be a problem.
And the Aegis Shield and the Sun Sword. No, I would leave. Then again, I am also not the most confident of runners and would be worried for my safety.
You know, after this many great finds, I would probably be casting edges and getting out of there too. Absolutely. Do you think either of our runners are going to go for Tiamat?
Did saltyphry just drop the Bane Sword? I didn't see if you were menuing.
I hope that was an accident dropping the Bane Sword, unless he's playing.
Unless that was a different sword, because he did do a lot of menuing. I don't know what... Yeah, saltyphry's gonna go for it. I can't fault him for going for it, it just scares me. Alright everyone, bless RNGs and shit, let's get this war mech.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Alright, looks like chat's saying that he moved it to his fighter, so that's fair. That's fair. So I'm the fighter try to use the Bane Sword while his mages nuke. Oh, he's trying to... Oh, those hit hard.
Let's see.
LordFizzlebeef is gonna head up and grab a lot of the stuff that saltyphry already found. Arrows don't hit super hard, but they hit hard
they're
enough.
unrunnable though.
Yeah, that's... Oh, as is the Gurnaga in the air, but that's not hitting hard at all though, so... Looks like he is trying to save his nuke turrets for Tiamat, so I can agree with that.
Me too, absolutely.
Now, my only worry running up to Tiamat is potentially Death Touch or something like that, because then that is a lot of progress lost. But you also do have the perspective of, if I double dip, that's also going to have to go back into it. So I could see why you would go all the way to Tiamat. That just scares me.
I'm not seeing any war mech yet. War mech.
Nope. Looks like he's gonna use the last heal pots he has to heal his party up, and saltyphry's going for Tiamat, and he did not drop the Bane Sword, he has the Bane Sword. He also has fog
He didn't drop it? Oh.
No, I moved up to his fighter. Oh, well, that'll do it. I take that back. saltyphry had complete confidence in his own abilities the entire time, and that's the Tiamat down.
There it is. There it is.
Good job to him.
Wow. Wow. Good. Good. And that's a fantastic strategy to just go right there, Matt, get it done. Now they're done with it. That's great. That's great. Now we can get on with it a little bit here.
At this point, though, where does that leave them?
Well, there's only a couple items that haven't been found. It's like the rod, the floater, and the tail.
Right, because they did get Canoe. Looks like saltyphry is gonna go straight to Ordeals, it looks like? Which, yeah, I can agree with that.
So they got Ordeals, Volcano, Ice Cave they can hit now.
Well, Ordeals and Ice have incentivized items, and you can just go into the river from here and handle Ordeals. So, really smart routing decision on his part.
Yeah, and then if nothing else, they can go head over to the waterfall. See what's in there.
Get another item in there.
Did saltyphry burn off a few encounters?
He burned off one.
Okay.
Oh, and he's through immediately.
Wow. Well, that was easy.
Alright. Everyone, LordFizzlebeef is about to hit the Bridge of Destiny. Everyone get your plus RNGs ready. And there's the floater.
Wow. That was easy, huh?
And there's the vanilla tail. I would make the joke of, is this even randomized, but with everything our runners have seen, yeah, it's randomized.
Well, that's good. That's the floater and the tail. That's the last two, basically the last two things they need other than the rod.
They're still missing the rod and the key.
And the key, yes.
However,
they're getting it down.
That they have to still check ice and waterfall. I believe that the rod and the key respectively no, the herb, I take that back. The rod, the key, and the herb have to be in one of 3 locations. Waterfall, ice, and the king. So, I'm gonna guess that the herb is gonna be in one of the locations, the rod is gonna be in the other, and the key is gonna be on the king. Because you have to turn that herb in for something.
You do. Yep, you find the dankest of herb and then you give away. So we're a little over about an hour. He's flying.
LordFizzlebeef going into Tiamat, putting a meat shield up front, and saltyphry finding his 3rd ribbon. That's pretty nice.
There we go. That's great. That's gonna be that little bit of extra safety. And peace of mind as well. I know I have peace of mind when I die.
Absolutely. Actually, no. There's one other spot. The Lupa Lupas have yet to be checked.
Yeah, and we still haven't seen the power gauntlet yet either. I'd like to pick that up as well.
So Salty is gonna go check the Cardia Islands. Not find much else other than the ribbon. LordFizzlebeef is giving Tiamat a pretty good run for the money.
Ooh, Bane didn't work that time.
Fire 2. I'm surprised he's not using the Bane Sword. Oh, there he is. There's the Bane Sword. There we go. That's a poison smoke terminated Tiamat. saltyphry has gotten his class changed, so he can move a bunch of equipment around. He can equip the Excalibur to his Knights, and the Vorpal and the Sun swords to his Red Mages. Something I almost missed, but caught the end of LordFizzlebeef giving us some wonderful, wonderful steak.
Yeah, I just noticed that too.
Regardless of who wins this match, LordFizzlebeef has won my heart. Because steak is always delicious.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tap. He's, you know, they are putting up a heck of a for this speed, and this is fantastic. This is because I don't know. I mean, would you say anybody's in the lead?
Not really. I would say saltyphry is in a little bit of a lead because saltyphry is the floater.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Fizzlebeef needs to head to Ordeals. But looks like he's gonna go head to Waterfall first instead. Yes, saltyphry would be in the lead because he's got the floater now, and
well, and Salty does also have 3 ribbons, so that's gonna help out as quite a bit as well.
Oh yeah. Both of our runners now are gonna head into Waterfall, see what the robot's gonna give us. Now the robot can either give us the herb, the slab, the key, or the rod.
So do you think, Rainbow Poodle, do you think that because first, do you think that, I know that puts him a little bit ahead, what else do you think that means for him at the time? Do you think he's getting nervous? That it's taken so long to get all that stuff?
Yeah, I'd say both of our runners are starting to get a bit antsy of just what is going on with this seed. Did my opponent see the nuking catmen or bad cats? Did my opponent go up to kill Tiamat, down to kill Kraken? There's a lot of uncertainty at the seed. A bottle is also still out there, so this is going to be interesting to see where these end up. White shirt, that's always nice. And, oh, never mind, we're good to go. Robot's got the key.
There we go.
We're pretty much set.
So now that they've both got the key, Fizzle just needs to go to Ordeals, and then I think he'll be ready he'll be on his way as well.
Now all they have to do is find out where in the heck the rod ended up.
Yeah.
Which,
That's all we need.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where it would end up being, though, because you'd need the herb to get to the ice. Ice Cave's gotta have something. Ice Cave will have at least the rod, or the rod itself. Ice Cave could have the rod, the herb, the slab, or the bottle. 3 of the 4 of those is gonna lead to a fetch quest item to either get another fetch quest item, or the rod.
It looks like Salty's heading back down into the Sea Shrine here.
Well, considering he's got a much better grasp on the levels than prior, and he's promoted, I think Kraken won't be much of an issue at all. Lord Fizzlebeef is going to follow him. This has been very solid routing from both runners, and almost the same routing from both runners, minor exceptions.
Absolutely. Salty made 1 or 2 different moves, then that they've pretty neck and neck.
Considering that saltyphry has checked basically all of these chests, he can just keep on going without much fear.
Yeah, as long as those ghosts play nice.
Dragon Armor was the last chest in the far right of Mermaids. Lord Fizzlebeef going to check the keylock chest in here. Alright, saltyphry gonna go actually try Kraken this time around instead of getting almost all the way there and then kind of getting smacked by lobsters.
Well, I think he's going to have a much easier time. It's just like his class change plus all the items that he got for the class change. So I think Kraken's going to be taking a nap pretty quick here.
And as you say that, Kraken takes a nap.
Here we go.
Second Orblet for saltyphry. Now, wondering where he's gonna go next. I would wager he's gonna get over to either Ice Cave or Volcano. Clear one, clear the other. He does have warp, so he can do the warp trick if he wants. He's not really looking for anything aside from the Masa. Like, he's got 3 ribbons, he's got the Opal Bracelet, he's got the tail, he's got the Vorpal, and Excalibur.
Yeah, Aegis Dragon Pro Rings, they're...
Exactly. In which case, either he's looking for Masa or just he's gonna think that he doesn't need it and go straight for... Yeah, he's going for Ice.
You know, I feel like I would probably be making the same play right. Just down to the last couple things. Just down to the last couple things they want to get in that go mode. You know, chaos and get it done.
Yeah.
But this has been amazing to see these plays so far and to see just shenanigan-y everything has been. It's been great. I love it.
Yeah.
You know, and I've been after watching saltyphry and LordFizzlebeef go, I'm not sure what have made they've made. I may have gone to someplace different and really gotten messed up. But I like their routing through this mess.
Yeah, both of these players' routing have been absolutely superb. LordFizzlebeef gonna pick up his Vorpal any minute now. But we still have not seen Death Touch or Stone Touch. Looks like saltyphry is gonna go with the Warp tactic. It's probably gonna completely ignore the bottom level chests. And there's the herb!
There we go.
Yeah, he's just gonna leave. Wouldn't surprise me if he headed straight for the Elf Prince to find out what's going on.
That's a good next move.
I could also see him checking the 4 chests at the back of the armory here, just because he does have the key. Fetch quest into fetch quest. There's the bottle.
This has been a fetch quest seed. Normally it's not this bad.
No, normally it's not, but this is fetch quests. So he's gonna pick up Fog 2 for his knight, so I also do like that.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I know my sound's not the best. I'm just doing the best I can, and I'm still trying to tweak stuff to make it... I'm sorry if it's terrible.
Sforzando in chat saying that herb to the bottle into the slab, into the rot.
I can't disagree with that, really.
That's awful, though. This seed has been fetch quest hell.
Absolutely, it has. It's about the worst one I think I've ever seen.
And LordFizzlebeef is leaving the meme sword behind. saltyphry looks like he's picking up some white magic for... or not, for his knight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking he didn't remember what was in what for white and black magic for higher levels to see what he could grab.
Yeah, I see Fizzle's getting down. It looks like he's gonna be cracking. Gonna have to get that floater.
Yeah. saltyphry picking up a couple more pro rings for his party, which I can see why. LordFizzlebeef is going to kill Kraken. Looks like saltyphry is gonna head over to Gaia and see what chain of fetch quest this will be. Though if it is Slab, then nope, no. If it's Slab, he's gonna have to go all the way back to Melman, translate to go all the way back to Leafin. Let's say that would be grouting session, but now there's another step in there I'm forgetting.
I don't know. I'm so confused by all this fetching.
LordFizzlebeef's gotta make his way over to Ordale's. As the fairy has the slab, which is going to need to be translated and given to Lupa Lupa in order to get the rod. And that will be the remainder of this lovely, lovely fetch quest chain. I'm still in disbelief as to how the city has gone. Not gonna lie.
So much fetch questing. It's out. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. This has just been a trip. Ali, we have not seen where Fast is. I'm going to assume Fast is in either Gaia or Onrak, because we have not seen it so far. We've seen Temper, which is at level 6, but we have not seen Fast. LordFizzlebeef is going to pick up his floater here. Going to pick up his tail shortly thereafter. It would not surprise me if he went and class changed immediately, once he got access to that. And there's the rod. Everyone, we can finish the game now. And by we, I mean saltyphry can, because LordFizzlebeef is, at this point, pretty behind.
Well, I think this is going to put Salty right in go mode, and I think bomb down to the earth, and I think he's going to get back to get that done. He may actually do Mirage while he's right.
Salty doesn't need to.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. He already beat that one. So it would be. I'm sorry. Carrie and Lunch. That's who it would be.
Yeah, I wouldn't even get the armory chests unless he still wants Masa. Oh, the other thing that someone's bringing up is, Ali, you are right. Neither player has the power bonk. I'm not sure how attached either player is to obtaining said power bonk, but I don't know how many chests they are gonna check in search of it. I would say they still check the armory then, because they can still find the power gauntlet, they can still find the Masa.
Well, and I'm waiting to see what we're gonna. I've last, the things round 2 to see, because their enemy stats are 67%, all the way up to possibly 150%. So could have some high evade, could have multiple things.
Yeah, Topher could either be really good or really bad. Well, I got the black shirt at least, that'll be nice. Silver shield. Nope, saltyphry is gonna just reset right out of that armory. LordFizzlebeef is going to get his secondary, smaller fetch quest starter very soon, as he also has access to Warp. And after that, it's just a question of how many chests is each runner willing to go out of their way and check. So I could see checking the one room in Earth that has, like, this 6 chests right out of there, the 5. But aside from that, I don't know how many other chest runners are really gonna look for. saltyphry is skipping basically everything else now. He's not gonna check any of those chests. I'm guessing he's probably gonna skip the red dragon chest as well. Yep, he's just gonna go straight to carry. I'm thinking he may have just given up on the power bonk at this point. But FizzleBeef's gonna go check the armory, so see what saltyphry missed out on. As it's not really much. saltyphry has gotten the 3rd of his 4 orbs lit. All he has to do now is go and smack Lich. LordFizzlebeef is somewhat behind, as he's gonna go check Bahamut for his lovely class change. Yeah, the third ribbon was in Cardia Islands. So, saltyphry is, I'm guessing, just gonna go straight through. I don't think he's gonna actually go all the way down and check the chest on the way. Didn't check any of the chests in Volcano, really.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm back. I had a little power outage there, so it reset the modem. What did I miss? Did I miss anything?
Not really. saltyphry killed Carrie.
Good. So he's got one down, or one left to go.
Yeah, He's got the rod. He's got the ability to go kill Carrie. Well, he's killed Carrie. He's got the ability to go kill Lich. My brain is all sorts of confused after this seed. This has just been... I don't even... LordFizzlebeef's most likely heading to Gaia to get his slab, was it? I believe the fairy gave the slab. Well, for those who were asking about Saber, there's level 7 Saber. saltyphry getting trolled by the bat. Mr. Bat, why? So at this point, we are still missing the Masa, we are still missing the Power Glove. Power Gauntlet, sorry. And there's not much else our runners would really be looking for. Considering it's already been an hour and a half into the seed, I'm not certain that they'll actually keep checking chests to this degree. Like, they might check some on their way, but they've both got to be nervous that the other has been either way ahead or found something they didn't.
Have we seen Fast yet? I don't think we have we?
I don't think we have either.
So then that would almost have to be level 8 then, wouldn't it?
Probably. Yeah. Temper was level 6. Saber's level 7. Fast, I think, does have to be level 8. Which doesn't really mean much as far as our runners being able to actually get use out of it.
I'm just trying to think of the late game when they're going to be doing the round 2 of the Fiends and then Chaos, because you never know what they could have. They could roll some pretty interesting things.
That they could. Yeah, saltyphry ignoring all the chests, heading straight to go and grab the Smack It Lich.
Well, that's interesting. Those ooze were unrunnable. I've never seen them unrunnable before.
Brack, Bane, and Temper are all at level 6.
Oh, wow.
Well, Brack and Bane most likely aren't going to be used because you're going to want those Temper charges. As sad as I am to say that. And hey, Lich is down! Saltyphry has lit all 4 orbs, and most likely, after a bit of shopping, I'd wager, is going to head off the Temple of Fiends Revisited. And that's gonna be a doozy.
Well, it'll be interesting to see, because we're still gonna see those red hags with the toxic again. They're gonna be in there.
Oh, those aren't gonna be fun. Hey, look, we've got some lunch.
There we go. Gotta love the fun percent.
I like this play from Saltyphry, because it's on his way to go check and go to Topher, especially if he has to go and buy stuff in Canaria. He can just check, reset out if he needs to, but he has a bunch of chests that could have a lot of stuff that he could use. And I think he still wants that Power Bonk or that Moth Immune. I think both of our runners at this point really want them, but not much defines.
I mean, that's kind of a safety move. But where do you find them? You know, it's just where is it hanging out? And do they want to take the time to go and find it?
I don't know. Saltyphry's not even going to check the chest on the right-hand side of Topher, which that surprises me if he checked all of the others and not that.
Maybe Salty's getting a bit nervous. Maybe he just wants to get it done. Maybe he wants to see what's happening here in the Temple of Fiends and seeing. Maybe he's looking for the information.
That is a possibility. See what's unrunnable, what is runnable, how hard a couple of the fiends hit. Oh, at least the gas dragons are runnable this time. Last night they were most certainly not. That was not fun.
Did that Phantom just slain the fighter just by hitting him? That was nasty.
Did we find our death touch?
I think we may have.
Alright, Jet setting this straight. Phantom just hits like a semi.
Well, then that means Death Touch is still out there, so we'll see.
At this point, I hope our runners don't find it, because if they do, then that means it's somewhere around here, and that's just not fun. LordFizzlebeef now.
Yep.
Oh, sorry?
No, I was just going to say, looks like FizzleBeef's going to take on Carry now, and...
Oof, Curious Blizzard. Saltyphry didn't see that one.
Wow.
But it's irrelevant. LordFizzlebeef has gotten his third orb lit. He now has to go and finish Earth Cave, and on he will be to Topher. Meanwhile, Saltyphry is in Topher, so I'd say right now Salty's got a significant lead.
Absolutely.
As we get up, eventually, to our first Fiend of the Topher refights, we've got Lich 2. Let's see what this magical skeleton boy has in store. after saltyphry heals up the rest of the party, of course. As we are about an hour 40 into this seed, and saltyphry is just coming up to the Temple of Fiends Resident Refights. This seed has been a trip. We started off with a max cost Ruby and Provoca, which led to progression from Sarda, and then it was a bunch of runaround. It was Ruby into TNT into... oh, what was it? Was it Crystal into Adamant?
Yes, I believe that's what it was. And then Adamant was, something else. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, my brain has been fried from this seed. So much just...
Oh, it was the Adamant, and then it was the Chime. Thank you, Slipfingers. Appreciate it.
So a super early forced Mirage into the Q being found in the second floor of Mirage into an early forced Sky. And the canoe being in Sky Tower. Chat between us and you, we can properly recap this seed. As saltyphry is heading onto the water floor and hopefully not running into that awful group of hags, though he does have 3 ribbons.
That is true. That is true.
So that's not the worst. And he is being able to run away. Yes. Just to remind everyone, this has been a Cyclone Seed. This is what happens. I'm sorry. saltyphry now on Kraken 2. As LordFizzlebeef has killed Blitch. Well, we found our first nuclear. It is in Kraken 2.
Oh my.
Well, we didn't really get to see anything from Carry 2 or Lich 2, so we don't really know what they had.
That's true, that's true. That's the worst thing we've seen so far, nuclear.
And saltyphry is down. It has downed Lich 2. Yeah. Kraken 2. I've been trying to wrap my head around this seed, and it's not happening.
I'm feeling the confusion too. I promise you're not alone in that.
saltyphry heading into the Tiamat 2 fight now. Choosing to revive his black belt now master and put him into the front of the party just so that there's an extra meat shield.
Yep.
Oh, and he's the one with the white shirt, so... Tiamat not going for the, lovely thing in front. And LordFizzlebeef has gone straight into Topher.
Wow. Yeah, I think LordFizzlebeef wants to get done, and I think saltyphry wants to just get done. I think they've seen enough of the fetching for a while. So I think they're going to be ready to just get this done.
There goes Tiamat 2. These fiends have been very not as evil as they normally are.
I think we've both seen some Kraken 2 and Tiamat 2 gatekeepers. I've seen that before.
Yeah. We haven't seen much out of any of the fiends as far as abilities or spells, just...
Yeah, we haven't seen Cure 4 yet either.
Chaos is gonna either be really good or Death Touch.
Yep. Or so good. How good Meat Shield did its job.
lot of buffs going in. See what Sun Chaos' spell list, or if he's just gonna hit things. Oh, well, there's something on a spell list. It's Blaze. It's not awful per se.
Yeah.
Got a pretty high magic defense though. Not doing that much in the way of physical either. This is honestly a much more placid chaos than I've seen in a while. There's lit too. This honestly isn't awful.
Not as awful as some chaoses I think we've all seen before.
Yeah, that's really surprising. And there you have it. Saltyphry is done.
Wow.
Saltyphry has finished with a time of 1 hour, 46 minutes, and 1 second on SRL.
I bet you he's glad to be done with that. That was an amazing routed seed.
That was incredible. This seed was just awful to them.
Yeah. I'm glad it's over, and I bet you they're even more glad it's over.
Oh, absolutely. I'm kind of glad it's over. My head is still reeling.
This has been a very educational seed for me today, to see just what can happen.
Yeah. Alright, well, Kraken 2's down. That's good.
Yeah, you know, LordFizzlebeef is right behind saltyphry.
Alright. Into Tiamat 2. And LordFizzlebeef does have Temper. Oh, but the thing is, he does not have Life for Life 2. Honestly, though, if he can get through Tiamat without losing either of his Light Warriors, I think he'll be fine. Oh, or Tiamat could just do the exact number of damage to the Black Mage, to the Black Wizard to kill it. Oh, and there's the nuclear from Tiamat. Oh, that's painful. I think LordFizzlebeef is gonna go at it again.
The exact damage too. Wow.
That's painful.
Well, I think LordFizzlebeef has a bit of an advantage. Now we know what to expect. He knows what's down there now.
Joining us now is saltyphry. So, that was a seed.
Yeah, that was definitely interesting to say the least. I don't think I've never had Canoe way up in Sky Castle before, so that's definitely a first.
Yep.
So what were your thoughts on the max price Ruby, first off?
Well, as soon as I saw that, I figured there was a decent chance I was going to have to farm the gold for it. So my first thought was, where am I going to go for that? And it seemed pretty obvious. I didn't have a whole lot of choices, and the only place really worth any gold would have been Sea Shrine, so I went there. And it kind of went alright, kind of went bad. I don't know, I was kind of all over the place. I managed to get out with all the chests in the end, which I guess is a plus, but at the same time I really wanted to kill Kraken while I was there, which didn't end up happening.
You dived sea pretty early in with pretty low levels, so Kraken didn't seem too bad, but I I think you made the right call by just ducking out with your hard-earned loot and heading on with the seed.
Well, I had no choice. I ran out of heal potions, and it was the lobsters that kept trucking me. I kept getting ambushed by them, and I went through 200 whole heal potions between going up and then going down.
So, what were you thinking when you decided to go in Marsh?
That was just all about proximity at that point in time. I figured I had just turned in the crown to Astos. I figured I kind of have to go in while I'm here, because I don't really want to have to come back if that's the answer. I don't think I got anything out of it. Maybe a light axe? I don't remember if there was anything else or not.
You did get the opal bracelet out of there.
Oh, right, yeah, that wasn't it. That's a nice bonus. But still, it was obviously a waste of time in the end. It was something I didn't need to do, but just when I was there, without the airship, like getting back there would have been a nightmare, so I figured I might as well just go at that point.
That is completely fair. So, you and LordFizzlebeef had pretty similar routing all the way through, until you decided to go to Ordeals.
Did he, like, choose ice instead at that point in time?
He, I believe, went back to Waterfall?
Oh, okay. Yeah, my plan was basically I figured I'd do Ordeals and I'd go to Waterfall and finish up Sea Shrine at that point in time. But then I found the floater and I'm like, alright, let's get out of here and go with the airship ASAP at that point. But like up to that point, it felt like you didn't really have a whole lot of choices. Like you kind of had to farm a whole bunch of gold somewhere. So most likely you would go to Sea Shrine to get the ruby, to go get everything else, which would eventually send you on up to Mirage and Sky Castle, I guess.
Mr. Vicetti, you got any questions?
I thought that was a really great way to route it. I think a few things like you were saying, Salty, that you were just in the proximity to just hit it. The big difference, though, is when you went to Ordeals and picked up the floater and the tail. That's what really turned the tide, I think, in this race, was just your choice to go there. And then, you know, LordFizzlebeef went there just a little bit after you did, but that was enough to give you enough of a lead to get down there and get it done, really.
I wasn't sure definitely about TOFR, with no fast or temper and no power bonk as well. I figured Chaos could be very iffy. Like even when I got there, I saw my knight with his Excalibur swinging 4 hits, 4 damage. Like that's scary. It took every single last nuke and fade I had just to get by him.
Exactly. That was. Were you nervous when you saw that the red Sahag's sick? Is that something that you were certainly going to see on the water floor again in Topher? Were you worried about that at all?
I don't think I saw that.
No? Yeah, they had it. It was awful.
What did I run into that really gave me problems? Like, I guess the lobsters with their multiple hits kept trucking me early on. That was really what gave me trouble in Sea Shrine. Oh, and the ghost with Blaze, but they don't show up in TOFR, so at least that's a relief.
And those ghosts had poison touch as well.
And hit like trucks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those ghosts were just mean all around.
Yeah, the second time when I came back with 3 ribbons, it was a little less intimidating, that was for sure.
Yeah, that was a wonderful race, the way you routed that. It really played in your favor, and GG. It seemed like none of the Topher fights were that bad.
Maybe I just blew right by Lich and Carrie before they showed up anything bad, because I don't even think they got an attack on me, so I might have been really lucky there.
I Googled, did we see anything from Lich 2 or Carrie 2? I don't think we did, other than minor stuff.
Really.
I don't think so.
The reason why LordFizzlebeef ended up getting kicked by Tiamat 2 is because he only had 2 of his 4 party members alive.
Did the Nuclearon Kraken do him in, more or less?
Nuclearon Kraken killed his red mage, so he didn't have a life effect for anyone that might have gotten killed by Tiamat.
Yeah, and I have to speak to the devil. Lord Fizzlebeef is get through it this time, hopefully.
I think he's fine. So long as Tiamat doesn't bring out anything super mean. But that nuke will take care of it, and he's through Tiamat too. So long as he doesn't run anything really bad, leaving this floor, I think he's fine.
Yeah, I agree. Just getting through it.
True, and he's third to Chaos floor. Alright, come on, Lord Fizzlebeef, you got this. He's gonna heal up
He can
the party. He's gonna bring up his master again. And you didn't really see anything too nasty out of Chaos, did you, saltyphry?
No, just basically the same old, same old. A few attacks and a few easy spells, I think it was. I don't remember seeing anything horrible. It was just more the fact that my knight wasn't doing any damage. That was kind of the scary part. I figured it could be a fight that drags on and on and on. Back in the Final Fantasy Rando League, I was the one that ended up getting to Chaos and killing him 2 hits, 2 damage for 7.5 minutes in an RNG loop.
Oh. That's terrifying.
But his next ability was either nuke or nuclear, so I had no choice at that point in time. It was just whole day until it was over and hope it was over soon.
You know, Lord Fizzlebeef does have access to Temper because he's a Black Mage. Well, Black Wizard, more so. So, he does have that option to him, but at this point, he just got a whole day and hope. Even with Temper, his Knight isn't doing much damage. Oh, Chaos isn't doing anything horrible yet.
Well, that's good, he missed.
Alright, he is so close.
Oh, come on, come on.
You got this, Lord Fizzlebeef! Oh, he's still not down. There we go! And Lord Fizzlebeef is done.
There we go, sub 2 hours. Beautiful, beautiful.
Lord Fizzlebeef is finished with an SRL time of 1 hour, 57 minutes, and 7 seconds.
What a race. What a race.
That was incredible.
Really good execution on both players' side. Absolutely wonderful. This is definitely a match to watch that I'm going to be watching later, because there's a lot that I think can be learned from this one, especially as far as routing and what do you do if you can't find something.
I do believe we are joined by Lord Fizzlebeef.
Maybe?
I'm not certain.
GG, Salty.
GG.
There we go. So, I asked Salty this question. I want your answer on this too. What was your feeling when you first saw the max price Ruby?
I was going to be back for this later. There was absolutely no way I was going to do a pop grind for a Ruby of all things.
Now, saltyphry actually did do a couple minute pop grinds before going into Sea Shrine, so...
That was mostly to get levels, though, just in preparation, thinking I wanted to clear it when I got there. So that's really more what that was for, not really gold.
Yeah, I had the same theory.
That still did help you have enough gold when you left the mermaids and whatnot to buy the ruby.
Yeah, I did notice that, and I did consider going at that point in time, but I figure, like, I'm there, I wanted to at least try to get this all done.
Yeah, I had enough wipes in C that I ended up looking at my gold total and deciding I'd basically have enough by the time I got to Provoca to get the ruby, and then I just route all that nonsense in.
I definitely wiped once or twice. I don't remember how many for sure, but yeah, the ghosts and the lobsters were really giving me the business.
You both wiped a good amount of times in Sea Shrine, just going at it again and again. I admire the determination, though. That was a seed. You can both blame Cyclone for that one. He rolled it.
I mean, you can't just hand me the ship, the canal, and the Oxyale and expect me not to go to Sea Shrine at level 6.
That was pretty much it. It's like, what other choice do you really have? Like, do you really want to go to Marsh instead? Like, that's really the only other option.
You never want to go to Marsh instead. Even though both of you ended up doing that anyway.
Yeah, I was in the area for the crown tournament, and I was still looking for hidden chest items, so I figured, why not?
That was pretty much my exact thinking as well, going through there. I was doing the crown, and I'm like, well, I don't really want to be coming back here because I don't have the airship yet.
Yeah, good race, Lord Fizzlebeef, saltyphry. That was a great race, you guys. You guys both fantastic. You both did as good as you can despite the seed. And I think it was a good effort. I think you guys did wonderful. It was a fantastic race. I paid for the whole seed and only used the edge, so.
Yeah, 0 out of 10. Do not recommend Ship Canal as a seed.
That seed was incredible and awful at the same time, and I've got nothing else to say. You Versetti?
That was a heck of a fetch quest. I'm glad you guys made it through okay. And yeah, good job, you guys. Great race, and we'll see you next time then.
Yeah. Everyone, go give both of these runners a follow. That was a bit of a hell they had to go through, and they both pulled that off incredibly. And thank you to Slick Fingers, my apologies, for bearing with us and tracking this abomination. Because I think I would have given up somewhere through, honestly. That was awful. Well, I have been Rainbow Poogle. My co-commentator in the booth tonight has been Mr. Versetti. Thank you to Speed Gaming for the restream and dealing with all of this, because, oh boy, chat, I'm sure you had a fun ride, because this was a wild night. Good night, everybody. Go check the other race that is about to go underway on Speed Gaming 4, I believe, and hopefully it's not gonna be this. I believe we also have a race coming up on Speed Gaming main channel itself. Again, have a great night, everyone. Go follow these runners. They deserve all of your love and appreciation for bearing through that. Good night, everybody.
See you later.